Because we want to protect our asses from crybabies, salty bitches, and lawsuits, we want to remind you this show is rated M for mature individuals only. That means if you're easily offended by graphic language, griefers, or full frontal nudity, please disconnect now and get the fuck out. Thank you, Mario, but the good podcast is in another castle. I know you want this body, but you just can't have it.
Hello everybody and welcome to Remove From Play, the show where we remove ourselves from the culture and hobby we love to discuss it. And what is that culture and hobby?
Video games.
Video games, yes. I just realized that Mac forgot to do the little bumper info text thing again, but that's okay because today is Tuesday, October 27, 2015, and it's episode 152.
The real 152.
The real 152, yep, the real 152. That's how we roll. I'm Mac19, I'm host and producer of the show. I press the buttons and all that jazz. And joining us this week, we have Mr. Giant Phone. No, I'm kidding. That's the tablet. It's like, say, that's my new giant phone.
Can you hear me now?
Can you hear me now? Good. I can hear you now. That's how we do it. I can hear you now. Yes, and joined by Crazy Peepers this week. Hello, Crazy Peepers. How you doing?
Okay.
I'm doing okay, yes.
Got a lot of elbow room.
Yeah, you got a lot of elbow room in that room. You're in that giant studio room all by yourself.
It's quite lonely.
Quite lonely, yes, but you got all the elbow room and everything like that. You gotta enjoy all that space while you can.
I know, I'm 10 seconds away of making a country song.
Oh, a country song. A country song. Oh my god. I'm not a big fan of the country music.
Yeah, neither am I. I'm just saying
I like Rascal Flatts, that's about it, and Johnny Cash, but apparently Johnny Cash is too hardcore to be country or something.
I believe it.
He's more like rock and roll, some people say, but I'm like, I don't know. People are whatever, I guess. I don't know these things of the musics and the genres.
I don't know, Ring of Fire doesn't sound country to me.
Yeah, it sounds like the devil music. Get it? Because it's a Ring of Fire. Yeah. Yeah. Yes, so we're back for another week here. What do we have this week for you guys? Well, we got some little bites as always. Some news of the week. I actually have a Life is Strange review for you guys, and we finish up with the Gaming Spotlight where we talk about the new releases this week. But we're going to start this bitch off like we always do, go around with introductions, how we've been doing, what games we've been playing lately. So let's start with you, Crazy Peepers. What have you been playing lately? Have you been enjoying maybe some... Is the Battlefront beta still going on?
No, it ended.
It ended? Did you get a chance to check that out?
Yeah, I played it.
Yeah, so what'd you think? What are your theories as a person who is super not excited for it, but is excited for it?
Pretty much that. I'm somewhat excited, but at the same time not excited just because...
All the changes. You don't like any of the changes.
I just really wish that they brought back the old Battlefront 2, just up the graphics. But, I don't know. I mean, it seems okay, but, from what they showed on the little... I guess they had, an overall thing for beta, how many people play, what were the top used weapons and stuff. And everyone, it's one of the top ones was, of course, the jetpack, thermal detonator, and then, of course, that one-shot sniper rifle, pretty much.
Was the sniper rifle one-shot back in I swear to God, I couldn't kill anybody with that thing. I would have to, get super good aim in the head, and even then I remember I didn't kill him one-shot.
A lot of the times, the people, because the blasters have just such good range, you could actually shoot people from so far away that a lot of times a lot of people just stand still, so it's kind of easy to get headshots.
Well, I guess I was just shitty then, huh? Isn't that what you're going to say? I was just shitty.
No, it's just a lot of the enemies in Battlefront were AI, so they just had that sporadic movement.
Dude, they would strafe so much, you couldn't really, which
it's like a normal person would just rock, normally across to get to a friggin' vehicle. These things are just, bunny hopping for no shit and, randomly turning around and taking the scenic route.
Yeah, my elite strat always was on Camino. It was like, go to the one pod, fucking get lots of kills, get hero, then go and kill everybody.
You would.
Yep. Camino was the best because all the AI would always flood to that middle pod area, and there'd just be so many things to kill. Throw one grenade, get so many kills.
But
Become
if you were
Boba Fett, and then wreck shit.
I was gonna say when you're freaking the clones, it was bullshit because it's like I'm just gonna jetpack over everything.
Who was the... Okay, first it was Jango Fett, I think. I don't know. I feel like you get Boba Fett if you switch it to like the classic army. But anyways, who was like the Jedi on that level? Do you remember? I want to say it was Obi-Wan because it would be that because of the movie, but I don't know.
I think it was Obi-Wan.
Yeah, I'm gonna guess it was Obi-Wan. Yeah, but Jango Fett, man.
Or was it Padme and you were just running around with a blaster?
Oh, I hope it wasn't. I know that you could get Leia, and then that shit was lame.
Yeah.
Yeah, she sucked. That blaster was good, though, but it still sucked because the speed of the Jedi was always better to have, in my opinion.
No, freaking Boba Fett and Jango Fett were the best because you can just fly up high and just
run away.
snipe. Yep.
Run away. Like, run away from this battle of human, kill a couple AIs, get my health back
It's like, oh, fuck that, I ain't getting force choked.
Yep. Dark Vader, man, that choke. I did love that choke.
Sorry.
Yes. But yeah, you're still a little under the weather, it sounds like.
Yeah. But
Got that famous flu that's been going around?
I don't know.
Yeah, literally I've been surrounded by nothing but sick people for like 2 weeks straight. So I don't know why I haven't gotten sick yet. It must be all my healthiness of immune systems, but just not in terms of anything else.
Man.
I can't run upstairs, but damn, those germs don't come at me.
I've been taking tons of over-the-counter stuff. It just doesn't seem to want to kick it out of my system.
I see. Yep, sounds like the flu. Flu. You also got a puppy.
Yeah, I got a puppy. Didn't we talk about this last week, though?
I don't think so. Well, hey, how is the puppy if we did?
The puppy is
Is it growing any bit? Like we got an inch in biggerness here?
Yeah, I mean, she's starting to get used to her name, but she's still having trouble learning to go potty outside.
Pissing all over the floor.
And then she's still, like, nipping, and it's like trying to still put a stop to that.
You've got to put her nose in the piss, and then you've got to put her nose in your face when she nips. Strict. We got to be strict. Now, I don't know if that's the best way at all.
Yeah, but back to actual gaming news, like games that I've been playing. Been playing Hearthstone, League, Smite still. I haven't touched Monster Hunter in a while.
Have you been trying out that Minecraft server since I put it back up?
Oh, you did?
Yes.
I mean, you said you were going to do it. I just didn't know if you did.
I did. I had it back up.
I'll be playing Minecraft probably.
Yeah, I've been playing a little Minecraft myself. In addition, I finished up Life is Strange. And actually last week we played Keep Talking, You Know When Explodes, which hopefully you'll get to play some of that tomorrow. If you guys who don't know out there, that's the game where one person actually has a physical manual they have, and then another person is the bomb defusal person. And then that person literally had to be in separate rooms, and you have to describe to them the bomb, and the bomb person with the manual has to look up the manual how to defuse the bomb. And there's different versions of the bomb every time you play, obviously, or else it would be pretty simple if it's the same bomb every time.
Cut the red wire.
Yeah, there's things like cut wires. They've actually Simon Says is built into the bomb sometimes. There's batteries in the bomb, serial numbers, everything along those lines. And yeah, it's a pretty fun game. Me, Eli, and Arthur are going pretty hard doing that. And it's quite challenging and fun describing. There's actually certain ones where symbols are involved, and it's really fun to try to describe the symbols to somebody like, it's a devil with an alien antennas. And you're like, the fuck does that mean? And you're literally looking at this manual as like a squiggly line, and you're like, that's what you were talking about? Oh my goodness, it's actually quite thrilling, especially when the countdown timer gets even lower and the beeping starts, and you're like, oh shit, we're running out of time. I'm gonna explode and die here.
So wait, is this like an actual like board game?
No, it's a video game. You have a manual, and then the other person is sitting at the computer or console, I guess, if you have like the streaming app or something, and you sit there with a mouse and defuse the bomb, and the other persons are in the other room, and you describe to you what to do.
Oh, that's...
Originally, it was developed for the Oculus Rift and all that, and then they released it on Steam not too long ago. I agree, it probably is the best with the VR headset, but it actually works pretty well when someone's sitting at a computer and then they have to describe. I was actually thinking about stepping it up a notch and introducing walkie-talkies. That added layer of click, click. Oh, what'd you say? And then I think that would be quite fun too, because we could close the pocket doors.
Hell, why don't you just get a fucking bomb squad suit as well?
Well, we don't. I think we'd like to be comfortable when we're
I
playing
can't
the game.
hit the keys. My fingers are too fat.
It's luckily you use the mouse the whole time. You don't have to use the keyboard except for like going back to the main menu. That's it.
Oh.
Well, that game is quite fun, actually. It's a great party game. You can have up to 4 people on the manual, and obviously you only can have one person defusing the bomb. I really want to see when you have more than 2 people, because we've done the 1 person being the manual person and then 2 people, because that's all we had. But you can have up to 4 people doing that. I can imagine 4 people looking at the manual and all trying to yell, hey, this is what you got to do, this is what you got to do, and how the dynamic of communication develops because of that. You know what I mean? Because it's at the end of the day, it's a communication game.
Well, if it's 4 people doing the manual, like, is there only 1 manual?
Yeah, there's only 1 manual.
So then, how did 4 people do it?
You hover around the manual. You look at the manual.
I know, but it's like, do you really need 4 people?
Some having 4 eyes on it and having 4 different minds thinking of how to communicate with the person. Actually, like when Eli were doing it, it's so funny how he knew how to describe something to him better than I did. Some situations. That's where the benefit of having more people. You definitely need a dedicated page turner sometimes because of 2 people we were able to fit around just nicely, but up to 4 that might be a little rough. So yeah. Yes. Other than that, I'm still playing Metal Gear Solid 5. I'm in Chapter 2 now. I beat the ending, and now I'm in the Chapter 2 stuff, which is like other things that go on, and eventually I might get the true ending. No, the story does keep going. There are main missions too. Just the story keeps going. You'll get the true ending eventually. I haven't gotten that. I want to know when I'll get that eventually. I kind of been putting it off because I don't want to lose Quiet. But apparently since I have the butterfly emblem and 100% bond, she won't leave. But I don't want that bitch to leave. She's the best. She's the best, man. She snipes all. She snipes all. She's not supposed to. It all depends on your story. Generally, she leaves, though, yes.
Oh.
But I have 100% bond, and I'm using the butterfly emblem, so apparently that will make her not leave. Because I want her to snipe all my problems away. Seriously, having her is so good. She has a tranquilizer sniper with a silencer. You just send her to her base. She'll be like, headshot, 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 headshot. The whole base is down, and then you can just do everything easily. It's so nice. So nice. And then, like, D-Dog was your next best bet, but D-Dog can't do all that shit. D-Dog can only slice people's throats open with a knife. That's about it.
What about Revolver Ocelot?
He doesn't do anything.
No?
He's just in the story, / he's at your base. That's it.
Lame.
He's not a buddy. The only buddies you've got are, like, the D-Walker, the Walker gear, and then you've got things like the D-Horse and the D-Dog, and it's Quiet. That's it. That's all you got. No Ocelot. It would be kind of interesting to have Ocelot come up. He would be sneaky, but he'd just be on a horse with his revolvers, like bam, 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 bam.
No, he just he shows up in a group of people and starts twirling his guns, distracting them, and then while he's putting on a show, you just sneak by.
Yeah, totally. That would be an interesting way to do that. That'd be hilarious. Oh my god. Oh, I can just imagine that kind of animation. Like, hey, everybody, spinning it around. Yeah, but that's pretty much what I've been playing. Yeah. So let's get to some little bites before we get to news of the week here. First things first here, YouTube introduces new paid service. Have you heard about this? It's called YouTube Red.
I have not heard of this.
So for roughly $9.99 a month, you'll be able to get access to things like ad-free. Actually, technically, when you sign up, you get 1 month free. So the first month is free, then you pay $9.99 after that. Actually starts tomorrow, believe it or not. It's only available in the U.S. You get ads. You get ad-free. You also get full access to the YouTube music stuff, which I started a long time ago. Which I don't know if you remember that. There was like exclusive YouTube stuff, music stuff you could get on there. Also, you get more access to their gaming stuff, which I don't know what you were limited before by their YouTube gaming stuff. And in addition, you'll be able to download videos for later through the service. So let's say instead of streaming your video, you can download the video, then you'll have the video wherever you go. So if you have no like internet access someplace, you don't have to use up your data streaming a video to you. That's one advantage they have. They allow you a legal way to download the videos, because I'm pretty sure we all knew how to download YouTube videos before. It's not hard. It's like bazillion websites that are devoted just to doing it. So yeah, so there's a couple things, and then eventually they're going to have some YouTube Red content exclusively coming out, and they're teaming up with a lot of the YouTube third-party maker people, like Maker, and you've got things like Wong Fu Productions, you've got things like College Humor, all the people, One of the biggest controversies right now is like apparently people are being forced into the YouTube Red service or something. Well, obviously, if YouTube's offering a thing where it allows everything on YouTube to be ad-free, then yes, of course, you're being packaged into that. But if you read their blog post, they'll have more details for creators, how it works out. Right now, it doesn't seem that bad at all. But we could see more things down the line if it gets worse or not. What do you think of this idea? Would you pay $10 a month for ad-free YouTube?
I mean, I could see it being like good for people. Like, I probably would have maybe used it when I was doing the security and I didn't have like the unlimited data at the time. So it's like I just
being able to download every video before you went out.
Yeah.
Well, that's one nice thing.
Or to like downloading. Hell, you can probably download music then, like songs.
Well, you would have access to the YouTube music then at that point, so you wouldn't even need to do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, the YouTube music thing has been launched for a little while now. That's where you got, like, it is pretty much a music service. Just like Spotify or anything else like that, except it's, ad-free. The playlists are continuous and blah, blah, blah.
I'm just saying you get
there's some exclusive music. Yeah, there's some exclusive music video stuff on there, but generally you could already see the music video on normal YouTube.
Yeah. So
that's a new thing. I think it's a good thing, and it's not surprising at all they're doing this. And don't worry, guys. Apparently, ad-support YouTube is not going anywhere, so everyone who's freaking out like, oh, shit, my videos, now I'm not making money because everyone's just going to pay this, and I'm not going to get any ad money. No, you still get a cut, and there's still ad YouTube, so don't worry. Everything will be peaches and cream. Moving on to next little bite. Linkin Park will be playing at BlizzCon 2015.
Yeah, I didn't expect that.
It's kind of interesting because when they had that 1 year of Metallica, it's like, how do you top Metallica? Every year, it's like you're never gonna get someone who's better than Metallica. But I guess Linkin Park is more of a, I don't know, Blizzard type of band. I guess I don't know what type of Blizzard gamer likes. What kind of music do you think they're into? I figured they'd be more EDM type of people. Since there's so many Europeans and stuff that that are all about the Blizzard games as well.
Yeah.
But I don't know. You digging this? Would this make you want to buy a BlizzCon virtual ticket to watch their performance?
No. I mean, I would, but I don't have the extra money.
Yeah, it's like, I don't know. At this point, BlizzCon is like, just go to it. Like, man, the virtual ticket is nice. They've improved that so much over the years.
I still rather go in person.
Yeah, it's a nice thing. If you're a Blizzard fan, it just makes sense to go to that. There you go, guys. November 6th to 7th, if you care about that, Linkin Park. Boom. And buy a virtual ticket if you really want to see that before that Linkin Park performance.
Woo!
Next little bite. This is what's this one all about, Crazy Peepers?
Rock Band 4 is getting a interim patch next month.
Yes. So next month they are going to be doing a patch where that once this patch goes out, they'll be almost all ready for you to bring over your Rock Band 3 stuff from the disc over to Rock Band 4.
Yeah. It also says it's adding a couple of like quick bandmates for the quick plays.
Yeah, some more customization I heard as well for the people that you make in the storyline stuff, and more, yeah, like you said, more people to flop in there during quick match.
Then something for the audience in the background be a little better.
Yeah, 5.1 crowd surround sound improvement. That's gonna be hey, if you're someone that rocks 5.1 audio, there you go. That crowd's going to be cheering so loud, you're going to be like, oh my God, I'm a rock star.
The house is going to be shaking. You're going to get all the cops on noise complaints. It's like, you can't have a party. It's like, there is no party. I'm just playing a game.
I'm just playing a game, officer. And you don't have a thing called a warrant to check if I'm having a party or not. Get a warrant, you can come in. But until then, nope. So that's cool that we're going to be getting that. I'm glad that they finally pretty much confirmed that they'll bring over the disc. And apparently all the disc stuff and the DLC for sure is going to be coming, which is really nice. We knew before they were going to try to get most of the DLC, but they pretty much confirmed like 90% of that this shit is coming over.
Yeah.
Which is good. Because honestly, the on-disc shit for 4 fucking sucks, man. There's really not much on there I liked at all. It's cool to have Uptown Funk, and some Elvis, but the rest is like, fuck, man, this is not my taste.
Yeah, there's not a lot of good songs.
Like, if 3 and 2 had such good had such good shit that like I even liked it, and I'm not a music guy at all, but they had stuff I like,
They even had a lot of like selection in the store for DLC as well.
Yeah, even the on-disc Paramore sucked. They got the shittiest new Paramore song. I'm sorry, Still Into You is not their best of their new shit, and it's like, let me down, man. I was hoping to get some good shit on there. But who knows? Maybe
There wasn't even a lot of songs to begin with, also.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, they had some stuff in the store, but in terms of on disc, yeah, there wasn't. Yeah, it wasn't really worth it. So I'm glad that other shit's coming out. Next, oh man, Crazy Peepers, you're super excited about this one.
Oh, Dragon's Lair movie.
Yes. So the creators of Dragon Lair, the big old Don Bluth guy and everything like that, people who actually still own I think it's Gary Goldman too. I think his name. Yeah, Don Bluth and Gary Goldman are the two people who still actually own the rights to Dragon Lair. On Kickstarter, they're trying to raise money for an animated feature based on Derek the Daring Adventures from Dragon Lair. I actually want to know what's it up to right now. Let's see. Oh, shit. Well, okay. Well, that's not horrible. Right, they're asking for $500,000, and they're at $65,000 right now. They got 29 days left to go. So they want to pretty much make a whole animated movie based off of Dragon's Lair. You know what? Why not? The game was literally...
Is it going to be animated or like...
Yeah, animated.
Action?
Yeah. Animated. Yep. Now, actually, what I don't know, though, what type of animation it is. Let me think if I can take a peek here. But again, why not? I'm totally down for this. The game was a quick time event game. It totally can be a movie, animated movie. And I think people will eat this shit up. Hey, I'm eating it up right now. I don't want to donate to it, but I would love to see this. I want to see it.
I can get behind this. I won't support it, but I can get behind this.
Mm-hmm. Man, I want to know... I don't see if it's going to be a 2D or 3D or not. It probably is somewhere in this article, but I don't really see it offhand. If I had to guess, they're going to go 2D because it's going to be kind of like, it's going to look like the game. I think that's their goal. So it's going to be 2D animation. That's my guess, but we'll have an update probably on the forums if you care later. Yep, totally down for this. How about you? Would you go see a Dragon's Lair movie?
Yeah. At the same time, it's like, hasn't it already been done?
I guess if you count the games as being movies, if you just have if someone like edits all the cutscenes together, I guess that could
pretty
be a
much.
movie.
That's what I've seen. Like when I looked up the thing, someone actually had just all the cutscenes.
You stitch them together so it wouldn't be that. So it would just play out all together.
Yeah.
Looked great, man. It still does. Like if you were a person playing the arcade game back in the day and you're seeing all these other games, and suddenly you see this thing, and it's just playing this gorgeous graphics of like it because it's the animation pretty much. They really stood out back in the day. It was no wonder it did everything. And then you had Space Ace. That was another one. Remember that?
Oh yeah.
Space Ace is the one that I thought was really cool. It had some pretty colors and shit going on in it. So that's the one I would like to see. Love that. But Dragon Lair makes sense. It has a name behind it. It's famous. It's definitely more famous than Space Ace. I think more people would know what Dragon's Lair is over Space Ace. Yeah. And our final little bite today is Payday 2 paid microtransactions issue. So, Payday 2, after being out for like 2 years and having continuous support, apparently had over like 80 updates to it. They suddenly brought out microtransactions. You can do things like skins on your guns that would also make your guns better. So then it kind of essentially made the game pay to win. And the fans hated this. They got so much backlash for this. It's funny. One of the original creators of Payday and Payday 2, who's no longer at the company, before he left, he always saying how he'd never do microtransactions. And he came out of the woodwork. Well, not out of the woodwork, I would say, but he said on Twitter, he's like, I'm glad I'm not working at that company anymore. Because they're getting a lot of shit for it. They even did an AMA to help answer. It had to do some damage control type things, but in the end, people are still pissed. It's kind of funny how a company that was big on saying, hey, we're not all about the microtransactions, came out and then did microtransactions because they're like, we want to make some money too. And it just blew up in their faces. I think just most people who play Payday definitely are just like more of your hardcore type gamers, and they don't want to have any of that microtransaction bullshit in their games.
Yeah.
Yeah, especially Payday 2, which, it could be so susceptible to it, so I can see why people were so defensive about it. But now it's in there, and then people feel like it's ruined the game. So that kind of sucks. I wish we could find a nice balance. If it was just cosmetic stuff, no one would have cared. But then these skins had to be better. Like, they were like, oh, look, it makes your gun stronger and everything, and that's where they did wrong.
Yeah.
They done did wrong. If it was just cosmetics, everything would have been fine. But, I guess I don't blame them because they had to make it stand out so that people would actually buy them. If it was just cosmetics this late into the game, maybe people wouldn't care because people already were kind of unlocking stuff along the way within the game. Oh, guys. So that sucks. I don't know. How do you feel about that? Do you think that, especially if it's this late into the game being out, do you think that's something that developers should do in the future? I think this kind of sends a message that developers, if you're going to have it from the start because community already built into your game will not like it in the long term. Especially 2 years later, you only pretty much have the hardcore people still playing. Yeah, when you do a sale once in a while, you get a couple good people on, new people on, but generally it's just the hardcore people playing at this point.
Yeah, I mean, if it's pay to win, I mean, the game has been out for so long, it is kind of like a little catch-up, if you think about it. But, I mean, yeah, games have been out for, like you said, 2 years, so it's like I'm pretty sure if you've been playing that long, you already have, like, every gun unlocked, so...
Oh, so you're saying it's not, you don't think it's such a big deal then?
Yeah, because it's like the game's been out for forever. I mean, I mean, there's still updates, so who knows? Maybe they'll keep adding more content.
Yeah, interesting. Yeah, because you could think of it like that. Like, the game's been out so long, they've had the perfect experience debatably the perfect experience that they feel the game should be for like 2 years now. Changing it up to try to get new people in, maybe. You see, I don't even think it's like that though. Because you were like saying to do catch up. I don't really think that's it. Because again, I don't think new people. I don't think this would bring new people in. This would just be milking what's already there. So I don't know. I kind of disagree with it. It just seems like you should have it from the start. Don't add it in later, especially because that's when you're building up your game to be a traditional business model, and then suddenly change it over. Just doesn't seem good to me. Doesn't seem good at all.
Yeah. Well, I mean, people can complain, but at the same time, it's like you don't have to purchase it.
I guess that's true, but again, this game's been out so long. The people that are complaining are people who have already bought it. So it's like the game is. Whoa!
It's time.
Whoops!
What'd you do?
Sorry about that. I clicked the wrong button.
Yes, you did.
Yes. Speaking of news of the week, might as well get into news of the week.
Time for gaming news.
All right, take it away, Crazy Peepers.
Alright, Sony's eSports platform, PlayStation Plus League, leaked. Ahead of Sony's Paris Games Week conference, a French website has shown up revealing Sony's plans for an eSports platform called PlayStation Plus League. Project Cars also has a mention of PlayStation Plus League on their website, mentioning prize pools for top players in 2 different divisions.
Yeah, so apparently, this is leaked. This should get more information later on this week. Actually, I think I want to see it. The Sony conference. Okay, so I think it already started this Paris thing. So I'm still not 100% if this is true or not. I'm like 95% sure this is true. So this is pretty cool. If this is the whole idea that now your PlayStation Plus membership automatically gets you into like PlayStation sanctioned tournaments. I think that's a good way to enrich the PlayStation Plus package, and also kind of catering to the whole, hey, we've got to be esports, But it's not something that's so serious that's like that it trumps it, or it's going to try to become this real big thing. They're just trying to add a little bit more flavor, add a little bit more value to your PlayStation Plus. And plus, like looking at this, if you're in the gold division, you go up to 150 euros and stuff like that. That's not a useless amount of cash for just playing from your home system or anything like that, and doing qualifying tournaments and stuff like that. Things for like Rocket League, Drive Club, all that stuff, Ultra Street Fighter 4. They've got all these things that they want to do this for. I think it's nice. I think it's a cool idea, and I think it's pretty sweet. What do you think of this idea?
Yeah, I like it.
Yeah, again, it's not something that's like they're not going so hard with it. They're just offering another value for being a PlayStation Plus member.
Yeah, and it's like, who knows? Like you said, you can just play from home, and it's like maybe if you're actually that good, you'll actually like focus on it and get a little extra cash.
Yeah, a little extra. And then, I think that the way they would do this, though, they definitely maybe at the end of a league tournament, maybe they'd be like kind of like a mini to small to mid-size event. That'd probably be it, though. But I think most of these, from the way they're describing, it's just gonna be like qualifiers online and stuff.
Yeah, it's like a personal little emails like, hey, you're pretty good at this game. It's like you're this number of so many players. It's like,
I will say though, if they're only going to do online stuff, pretty much, not have like many in-house events, like have like places people go.
oh,
They're gonna have to have a fun time with cheating and stuff. Good luck with policing all that. I'll say good luck with that, because there's always going to be a lot more cheats. I remember Game Battles always had issues.
oh God.
You remember Game Battles? I think Game Battles still goes on, actually.
Yeah, I remember Game Battles because we tried to do Gears of War, and it's like pretty much we would fight for who got the host.
Yeah, well, the Gears of War is a little specific situation, but in terms of like reporting and everything, man, it's so hard to prove all that. So good luck to Sony. Hopefully they have a way to do that correctly. And again, if it's not going to be something super big and crazy, then it might not matter too much. But honestly, that's going to be their biggest hurdle, in my opinion.
Yeah, the only thing you can like really do to help support you, well, it actually be a lot easier now, just because like PlayStation has the whole, well, Xbox One does it too, where they record your game videos.
Yeah, but that's like the last 15 minutes or something, though. That's not like an hour's.
No, you could have it set up to record like the whole game.
Okay, so at least a match. Well, hey, it could be easier. We'll see.
I'm just saying, like,
I still think it'll be a challenge, but
I'm just saying, I wish we had that back in
game battle days.
Yeah.
Yeah, you had to find a guy who had a game cap card to prove to the referee, like, hey, yeah, here's our link to our YouTube or link to our file sharing site. Check out the video. This guy cheated. You have to wait days for your one game battle match to be recorded properly.
Yeah.
Yeah. So good luck to Sony. That's gonna be their biggest thing if they're gonna go ahead and do this. Next thing I wanted to talk about in terms of this is let's see if Sony's gonna do. You think Xbox will offer something? I know they dabbled in the past with some smaller tournaments and stuff. Do you think Xbox would maybe want to do something like this? Because this is another value add for PlayStation Plus. You know, making a small amount of cash, showing off your skills, stuff. Even if it's not even making money from it, like just offering that just shanks and tournaments from Sony is kind of nice.
Well, let's look at the trends. Nintendo brings out motion controls. PlayStation brings out the Eye. It brings out the PlayStation Move.
They're gonna
Kinect comes out. Yeah, pretty much. Like if one does it, yeah, you know you have to do it too. You have to follow the trend and like get your share of that prize money. Well,
I actually think Microsoft was not going to get to it because of the I'll say this: most people don't have headsets on PlayStation, so you don't have usually a bad experience. Just have a generic like sterile experience. But on Xbox, you still get the "you little cunt, I'm gonna destroy you." You still get that, and I don't think they're gonna.
I'm like 54 and
This bastard cheated. They're gonna have to deal with all that shit in addition. So, yeah, I think Xbox Live would be more of a beast in terms of users than PlayStation would. But yeah, they both would actually have to deal with the same issues. Now that I think about it. Yeah, so Xbox do it as well. Why not?
Oh, I mean, it's more money, more people getting Xbox Live.
Yep, more value added to that Live package makes that even more sweeter. All right, moving on to our next news item. Harmonix employees posted reviews of Rock Band 4 on Amazon. So now if you go back and look at it, the reviews now make mention that, hey, we're working Harmonix. But when it originally went up, Redditors did some digital forensics and crossed the names with people in the credits and blind at the company. And yeah, they are Harmonix employees.
Oh.
So they were purposely, obviously, you know, there's nothing wrong with that. Because here's how I feel about it. All right. There's nothing wrong with the Harmonix employees giving their review of the game. They are people. They are not solely just working for the company, you know. They can give the review of the game. But they definitely need to, in that review, say, hey, I work at Harmonix. Because people need to know that when they read that review.
Yeah, because for all you know, it's like, oh, he works there. They must be biased.
Yes, even if they are being honest in the review, they need to know it because there's going to be even just a tiny bit of bias in there. There's no way to be completely 100% not. So that needs to be happen. And you know what? It's weird how they chose to do it on Amazon because they actually really need this to just sell well. Mad Catz and Harmonix need this to sell well because you know this is still a risk for them. Even though I think debatably they've been successful with the launch of Rock Band 4. It's still a tough sell for a lot of people, you know? It was a fad at the time when it was super popular. Now it's just hardcore fans pretty much buying it up now. Maybe a couple new people. So they need the thing to be successful. So I don't blame them for wanting to maybe boost the review scores to help get any extra sales they can. I don't think that's what it was per se in this. Maybe most of these employees that do it. But I bet some of these employees, even though they might have been told to do this, I bet these were their general actual reviews because, you know, they probably like the game. They probably like Rock Band. They probably enjoy developing it. They probably do have some nice... Maybe they can provide some good feedback on the process of making the game when they end their review.
Yeah.
So as long as they make it disclosed, I think everything's fine. Because the problem that was that originally it wasn't said. It was just their name. They used what's funny though that they didn't try to use like Smurf accounts. They literally just logged into their own Amazons. It had their name and everything, and it just was right in there.
I mean, they weren't like writing like lies though, were they? Like,
to my knowledge,
this is the best game ever. It's like everyone should buy this game.
They were positive reviews from the couple I read, but nothing that stood out for me. Like, oh man, this game's gonna cure cancer type of thing. They were definitely positive reviews though. Yes.
Harmonix jumped the shark with this one.
Yep. So that's how I feel about it. I think it's totally fine as long as you disclose that you're Harmonix. How do you feel about this?
Like you said, it's like they should have let everyone know firsthand or like right off the bat. It's like, I work at Harmonix. It's like, I'm trialing you. It's not biased. This is just my review. But I mean, the fact that they were, pretty much they should have like just let everyone know.
Yeah, initially, yeah. But now they do it. Now they do it because Redditors, those Redditor police, policing the internet. Because they're so, I don't know. I don't like Reddit anymore. It's not like it became all hipster. Everything's got to be perfect type of deal. But then they won't. But they'll censor a lot of their things. It's like it's weird. It's dumb. Everything is ruined. Everything eventually gets ruined. That's what I've come to learn in life. Nothing stays perfect forever, but we must enjoy it while we can.
Yeah, look at Power Rangers.
Hey man, the new movie is gonna be great, and you know it. You see, they cast they have a black guy as black, and they put the Asian guy in the black suit, and they put the black guy in the blue suit. I think it is.
What?
I think so. I think they were trying to do that. And then there was a whole topic of, they're trying not to be racist purposely and blah, blah, blah. And the people were complaining about that. It's like, Jesus Christ. And, of course, the white guy is still Red Ranger.
But what about, are these going to be, like, a whole movie not based on, like, Mighty Morphin?
It's kind of like a reboot from Mighty Morphin, yes. That's why they have the 5 teenage, I don't know, they're 27-year-old actors, obviously. It's supposed to be an homage / reboot for the original Mighty Morphin.
Are they going to have Ivan Ooze?
I don't think so, because that wasn't original Mighty Morphin, sir. That was Thunder / Ninja. Bring out my Power Ranger lore on you.
Oh, motherfucker.
Don't worry, I'm no expert. There's some people that will put me to shame.
I don't know, I grew up watching the Power Rangers, so it's like, I'm going to see, like, some white guy being the Blue Ranger. I'm just going to be like, you're not Billy.
You're not Billy. Where's your nerdy glasses?
It's like, where's your super technological, you can make a fucking Zord upgrade?
Yeah, I know. Technobabble to solve all the issues. Solve all the issues. All right, and that's news of the week. So we're going to get into, actually, we have a review for you this week. I'm going to do a review of Life is Strange, and then we'll finish up with Gaming Spotlight.
It is time for game reviews. Very good.
Yeah, whoa, videos.
When did you add that?
We had that forever.
This is the first time I ever saw that.
Yeah, you haven't had a review. You haven't been on here for a review. So, this is Life is Strange. Life is Strange is a point-and-click game that has very Telltale-like elements built into it in terms of its dialogue. You are a Max Caulfield, a girl that wakes up from a dream during class one day and then finds out she has time-traveling powers. And this plays into the storyline of the game, the character development, everything like that. With your time-traveling powers, you team up with your friend Chloe to figure out some weird mystery that's going on in your local town. And you'll see, in your dream, you keep having this recurring. You actually have this recurring dream where a giant tornado is coming to destroy your town. So you're trying to figure out your powers, trying to figure out the mysteries of your powers, why you have powers that allows you to go back in time, and also you're trying to figure out why the town's gonna blow up, and you're also trying to figure out what's going on with all the weird shit going on in the world. And it is like I said, it's a point-and-click adventure game where you have to go around, interact with different people, and then your decisions and choices are displayed on screen in dialogue trees, like very much like Telltale games, and whatever you pick affects your game going forward. It is a episodic game that went to 5 episodes, and the last episode came out about a week ago. Yeah, a week ago. It came out the 21st. I think 20th or 21st. And I don't know what I'm doing in this gameplay. For some reason, I paused it for randomly. That's annoying me.
I go to the bathroom.
And maybe I went to the bathroom. Yeah, so maybe I went to the bathroom. And each of your decisions affect where you go. Like when you go up to a teacher, you can use your powers. One thing that's really clever about it, actually, this will go straight into the gameplay here.
You answered this question incorrectly. Oh, let me just go back in time. Oh
Yes.
my God, you're a genius.
Yes. So one of the big things that you use mechanically with the time-traveling powers is that you can use this in the dialogue trees. So one of the advantages is so you can choose what your decisions you want to keep. Let's say you go up to a teacher, you're trying to figure out some information where you talk with her, and then she mentions like, oh man, well Max, you don't even remember my name. Do you remember we said in class the other day? And then you did get it wrong. She goes, oh, I'm disappointed, and then she won't give you the information you want. But you can use your time rewind powers to go back about 30 seconds, then she retains her memories. So she remembers what the teacher said, and she can use that to then further the dialogue tree to get the information you want. There's a lot of scenarios like that in the game. Other gameplay features in the game that I've noticed, this is really annoying me. I'm going to fix that right now. I don't know why that is doing that. That is blowing my mind that video is on like that. There we go. Another feature into the gameplay is things like, let's say, like some of the adventure game aspect of it, you got to collect objects in the game. Things like, I don't know, like on screen here, we got like duct tape and a pack of cigarettes, and you've got kerosene type stuff and soda and everything because you're trying to make a little bomb.
In prison?
No, you're trying to like blow up the bomb and stuff.
Wait, there's a bomb?
You're trying to make a bomb to blow up the lock here. So, like, one of the things you can do is in this scenario here, once you blow up the door open, the alarm goes off. Well, you'll go, fuck. Now, it was really funny when I was first playing this scenario. I was like, well, what the fuck do I do? I kept going reversing time. It kept blowing up the door. I'm like, well, what the hell am I supposed to do? And then I realized, you blow up the door, you walk inside the door, then you reverse time while you're in the other room. So you're already in the room. Instead of blowing up the door, then you can just open the door. So that's one of the ways that they, in terms of gameplay mechanics, they use the time aspect of it to, that's how it's one thing you can do.
Wait, you can reverse time and then be in the same place that you were, even though you weren't really there?
Sort of. So like I said, I walked in here, and then I was like, oh, shit, I got to grab shit. But then what you do is now you reverse time. You stay in place where you are, but the rest of the world rewinds in time. You yourself don't move.
So what about your friend that you were with?
She's outside, and she gets reversed with time, yes.
But she's not going to freak out like, how the hell did you get in that room?
Luckily, you told in the story, you told your friend at some point in the game. But yes, if you're random people, then that's what would happen. See, like right here, I'm showing, here's an example of it. I figured out that, oh shit, I'm just supposed to stay in the room. And I went in there, and then I reversed time, and I opened the door. So that's one of the ways that the gameplay you use the time aspect in the gameplay. In addition to just using the dialogue trees, there actually is some puzzle scenarios where you have to do that. There are things like when you're searching through rooms and you got to find something like a documentation. I've noticed things like you pull the documentation out and it suddenly pop spills on it and it's ruined. So what you do is you reverse time, you move the pop can, and then you like little things you do to change the outcome of things that happen. That's like the big way they use puzzle solving with the time aspect. Other than that, the dialogue tree, in terms of the gameplay, again, you can use that to go back to change your decision. But once you set in your decision, you have to continue with it and move on in the story. And that's actually one of the things I'm going to talk about later, about how I feel how much of your decisions actually mattered in terms of the game. But overall, I gave the gameplay a 6. It is a solid gameplay point-and-click adventure game. I feel that they use the time thing where it's interesting enough and makes you think in a different way. But once you figured out the gimmick, it's not like the puzzles become so difficult that it's like, oh man, how am I going to figure this one out using my time powers? It's all usually the same thing. Reverse your decision you just made, or go into a separate area of the room, then reverse time to solve the puzzle. That's generally how they all come down to. Next, I want to talk about the graphics. Now, the graphics. Okay, this game... Alright, the biggest problem I have with the graphics in this game is the lip flaps. Actually, it's funny, when the first episode came out, people heavily got pissed off about how the graphics, the lip movement graphics did not match up with the dialogue. Which I definitely agree, it was extremely, extremely bad because it's like so distracting when you're seeing the characters talk and then their lips are off, and like one of the biggest pluses with this game is the voice acting and the writing of the game. So when you see not flat lip not matching up correctly, that's kind of takes you out of the experience. So that's one of the biggest problems I had with it. Now the reason I gave it so high of a graphics of 8 is because I think that even though the graphics don't look particularly amazing, I feel the style they were going for, a like Twin Peaks hipster teen graphic, hipster teen type of environment with it. You're in like an Oregon type of small town academy school and everything like that, high school life and everything. They've got like pencil stitchings to show the things you interact with, bringing up the text messages in your phone, like just bringing up these documentations here like you see on screen. Like everything is stylized in a way that I think works well with the world and the story they're trying to tell. So that's why I still gave it a high graphics score of 8, even though technologically speaking, it's nothing to write home about. But I think with the style they were going with, it works great, and I think it works amazing, and I do like it, even though it's not a perfect game like that. That's why I gave graphics an 8. Now I want to move on to the sound. So the sound, I ended up giving a 5. It does what it needs to do. The sound is good. They had some ambient things going on. Nothing was pretty much going wrong at all with the sound design. The thing that even made it up to 5 and made it not like worse is because the voice acting was so good in the game. It drove it above and beyond for the story, and you'll see that reflected more in my story score later. But sound is just, it's just what it needs to do. It's the sound design. The voice acting is great. There's no weird cracklings. Maybe you could debate that because the lip flaps are off, that deters the sound design a little bit. I don't think that's true at all. The sound design was just solid the way it should be for a game out in 2015. That's about all I really have to say about that. It's just an average score there. And now we move on to the story. All right, so the story. I gave story, you guys are going to think I'm nuts, I gave story a 10 out of 10. The story and the characters are the reason you're playing this game. It is an adventure game. You're going on an adventure, and you're growing with these characters, and you're seeing their arcs play out as you play through these episodes. And it really came down to Max's, without spoiling this, how can I do this? It pretty much came down to Max's decision of how pretty much how do I really say without spoiling? The dynamic relationship between Chloe and Max is what's driving you through the game. You want to see, hey, how is this going to end up? How are these two going to overcome the mystery that's going on? Where did Max get these powers from? And it's amazing in terms of that. Like, the characters are really cool. Like, the last time I felt I cared about two characters this much was in The Last of Us, between Ellie and Joel. And this dynamic between two friends going on this adventure, and they're, going through where they can to figure out what the fuck is going on in the world. It really drove you through to care about them, and seeing the arc at the end of the game with your two endings you could possibly get was really satisfying. I feel both of them were good. The good ending was the one they clearly wanted you to get, but I feel both endings are satisfying. Another reason I gave story a 10, the voice acting and the writing in this game is actually amazing. I got to give it to the voice actors. They portrayed these characters so well. They were very believable. Some of it was a little hipster. Hey, we're kids. We've got to have the hip words that the kids say. Like, that was really off-putting to me in the earlier episodes. But later on, it actually meshed well with their characters, and it made sense. It wasn't like they weren't knocking you over your head. Episode 1, once you get past episode 1, you the characters get on you, and they don't. And you get over the whole young kids. Hey, this is what young kids say. They use these words and stuff like that. But the writing and voice acting is so great. It drove the story, made the story even better. And like, actually right here, like, you can see one of these. This is one of the key scenarios in the game right now. You see, you can either leave the money or steal the money they found in the principal's office, and this decision gets factored on later. Now,
took it.
Now, one side note: even though I give the story perfect, I will have one critique of the game. On episode 3 and 4, literally everything that happens in episodes doesn't matter. There are episodes where they are filler, where your decisions don't matter, because when you get to episode 5, they pretty much... Okay, here's how...
Finally defeat Frieza?
No. Pretty much episode 5, ever since you made decisions made in 1, 2, and 5 matter. Everything in 3 and 4, since you use there's a hard storyline thing in there where you use your time powers to go back in time and literally change, like, destiny. You change the game so much, you actually have to revert it back to the way it was before. So all those decisions you made in episode 3 and 4, they didn't really matter. Hate to say it. So that's one giant nitpick I have. I do not feel that some of the decisions in your game really did truly matter, because no matter what, you get two endings. And that's my honestly only nitpick about it. Now, I would have seen some people debate that, it was your journey to way to get to those two endings, and it is still a video game at the end of the day, so they have to give you that illusion of agency. And they can never truly give you, like, the full control of choosing your astral destiny. But since you were able to choose your journey up to there are some key things at the very last episode that do play out a little different depending on what your decisions were. But they're such minuscule that at the end of the day, you still only get those true two last endings, the bad ending and the good ending. Yeah, so that's my only nitpick. But, even though I have those nitpicks, I still feel the story is worth it. So if you're into, like, Twin Peaks, hipster, I keep saying hipster stuff, like hipster style. Hey, we're kids doing this. We're cool. We like being buddies and life sucks and stuff, and teen drama type stuff. You'll like this game. If you do not like that, then you will not like the story. Although I would say give it a fair shake if you get episode 1 or 2 to see if it catches your eye, and beyond that, if it does catch your eye, then don't get the rest of them. Now moving on to my final score here, the fun factor. This one was tough to gauge, because this isn't a game that's fun. Like when you play Super Meat Boy, or if you play like a competitive game with your buddies, there's a certain fun level there where you're playing together, you're going through, you're having a good time. This game, for me, it was fun. I had an enjoyable time walking around, interacting with the world, seeing the different dialogue trees that come up from investigating the world, as you would in an adventure game. That's what happens. The fun derives from exploring the world, exploring the characters, and seeing what's going on, and experimenting through the world. And that's where I enjoyed it. Now, there's no traditional fun of like, oh man, it's real fun walking down this hallway. Like mechanically, there's nothing extremely fun about, walking down a hallway and things like that. One other note thing here. Another reason I gave this an 8, even though that walking down the hallways and seeing the dialogue trees play out, that stuff's really not fun, and then the dialogue stuff is fun. One of the things that was extremely fun about the time aspect, there's actually certain scenarios where you can reverse the time and see things happen hilariously over and over again. Like in episode 1, there's this guy that walks up on a ladder, and then he eventually just pours paint on on a certain character, and it's fun just reverse time and just seeing the paint get poured on her over and over again. Also, there's another character in the game, Alyssa, I do believe her name is, where it's like a side gag where in each episode there's something that happens to her where you have to reverse time to save her. Like she'll get hit in the face with a football, and then she'll fall over and get knocked out. Well, you can reverse time, warn her, and that won't happen. There's another scenario where she's literally stuck in a house where if you don't save her, she falls over and burns to death.
Wow.
Yeah, like that's the worst case scenario type of thing. And there's another scenario where if she's sitting around there, a skateboarder will actually fall off a skateboard and run into her and knock her out. So it's fun reversing time and seeing all those bad things happen to her, and then eventually you do, help her out. It's fun to do it using the time to like see weird events play out. So that's another thing I had fun with the game. That's where you'll get some fun. They do have like little nods, and there isn't all serious all the time. And then let's see. All right, so that's pretty much what I got for the fun factor. And then on my overall score, which breaks down to when I did the math here. So the overall came out to be about 74% overall. This game is a solidly fun game. If you like adventure games and you want a little spin on it with a little bit of time manipulation and playing out what's going on, and it's got a little bit of mystery too, because there's something going on in the town where girls are going missing, and you and your friend Chloe are trying to figure out what's going on and looking for one of her missing friends, Rachel. And you know what? That little mystery aspect of it, along with the time travel thing, I think is just enough to make this adventure game quite enjoyable. And I definitely I recommend people pick it up. It's the first episodic game that I actually recommend for people to pick up. I was never big up on the Walking Dead games and everything, although they are very good, the Walking Dead games, don't get me wrong. But this is the first one that I've truly enjoyed. I think it's because of the adventure game aspects that I liked about it, along with the great writing and the great voice acting and a very solid story. This game is just worth it, I feel, and definitely you guys should pick it up. That's been my review of Life is Strange. Yeah, I think it's a good game. I think it's worth picking up for sure. All right, so now we're going to move on to the gaming spotlight, where we're going to talk about the new releases of the week. All right, so new releases of the week. You want to take that, Crazy Peepers?
Sure. For PlayStation 3, we have Minecraft Story Mode.
Yes, that released on everything, pretty much.
Yeah. Monster High, New Ghoul in School. I'm pretty sure that's going to be on more than...
Monster High, that's that Cartoon Network show thing, right?
It's like Bratz, except with monsters.
Yes, I remember people were cosplaying that at the UBCons.
Yeah. Got WWE 2K16. Pretty sure that's on more than PlayStation 3, though. PlayStation 4, we have Arcade Archives, Ninja Kid 2, Assassin's Creed Syndicate, Assassin's Creed Syndicate Collector's Edition.
You can just say
Gold
the editions.
Edition.
You just say the editions, yeah.
Darksiders 2 Definitive Edition.
Which was a good game. I think people should play that.
Yeah, I like Darksiders. Divinity Original Sin Enhanced Edition.
A lot of editions.
Yeah. Mega Coin Squad.
Mega Coin Squad. I wonder what that is.
The Minecraft Story Mode. MX vs. ATV Supercross Encore Edition.
Now, do you remember playing the old MX versus ATV,
Yes.
like off-road series and stuff?
Yes, I do.
How did you feel about that game series?
I really liked it. I especially liked it when they got to the point where, like, I don't know what it was. It was like this big open, like, map, and you could just transfer to all the different vehicles, and they had planes and stuff. I can't remember which one it was, but I always liked that one.
I think that was Off-Road Fury.
Maybe.
I think. Don't quote me on that, but I think it is.
But I always liked them. I liked the like motocross and like ATV racing game. Where was I? Oh yes. We have River City Super Sports Challenge All-Star Special.
Such a long name.
WRC5. WWE. Yeah. WWE 2K16 also.
Apparently, I heard that's horrible. Oh, that WRC is a rally game, a rally racer.
Oh, okay. Yeah, Wii, Monster High, New Wii U, Monster High, Slender, The Arrival, even though...
I wonder if that's Yep, that is the Slender game. That's the one that came out on...
Steam so long ago.
I know there was Slender... Yeah, that's the one that came out all the time ago. It's on the Wii U now.
Yeah. I know it's on Xbox One. They're promoting like a bunch of scary games for Halloween. Was it 360? We have Minecraft, Monster High, WWE. Xbox One, we have Assassin's Creed Syndicate, all the different editions, Divinity Original Sin, Halo 5, Guardians, Digital Deluxe.
How have you've got that?
Yes.
So what do you think about that bad boy?
I just started playing a little bit of the story. I have only...
We don't care about that story. What do you think about mechanically the game?
It's hard to say. I still gotta play. Like, the multiplayer seems like it's good. I like the new mode.
I take that back. I don't care about the story after 3. That's what happened. I didn't care about it after 3. I was like, all right, that's good enough ending for me. Anything they do from now on is just a nice added bonus that I will just consider, but not consider.
Yeah, I mean...
Plus, I heard it got really confusing in 4.
Yeah, because they added the whole Forerunners and... I don't know,
I remember when the Covenant was all the enemy you ever needed.
Yeah, and then I liked how the elites got like replaced by the brutes, and then the elites kind of joined you when they found out the prophets were all false.
I am the Arbiter.
And it's like, whatever happened to that? It's like, how come the elites like join us, and then it's like now we're fighting elites again? It's like, what's going on here?
Yeah, I don't know. You'll play the game and hopefully find out.
Yeah, I still have to figure that out. But and then whatever happened to the Arbiter?
Wasn't he in 4? No, wasn't he in? He's in this game because I remember seeing trailers where he was talking to Locke.
Yeah, I haven't seen him yet.
Well, you'll find out. You're playing through it. You'll have a report for us sometime in the future.
Yeah, so Halo 5, all the different editions and collectors and...
Oh my God, Guardian Limited Collectors is $250 fucking dollars. I'm gonna Google what that is while you continue. What do you get in that?
You know, it's got like all the statues and stuff or something.
Is it actually statues? Most things are like digital nowadays.
I don't know. It's probably got like, usually sometimes I'll have like the little action figure, like the helmet or something. So Xbox One still, we got Minecraft, WWE, and then for PC we have Assassin's Creed Syndicate, Auto Dealership Tycoon.
Oh man, there's a lot of Tycoon games now for everything.
I know. Command, Northern Inferno.
A lot.
Degeneration HD. Deathless, The City's Thirst.
The City's Thirst.
Divinity Original Sin, and Flight of the Paladin? The fuck?
Paladins fly, don't you know this?
No, they don't.
They fly. They bubble and they fly.
No, they bubble in their hearth.
Okay, so I looked up the collectors, the Guardians Limited Collector's Edition here. Now, at least this is what GameStop says. Now, I don't know if GameStop's got extra things because they're GameStop, but this is what GameStop has it listed for. You get the Limited Collector's Edition, so you get that other Collector's Edition in this. So whatever comes with that, you get all that.
Yeah.
Then you get a commemorative statue of Master Chief and Spartan Locke by Triforce. You get the Fall of Reach animated series. You get a Guardian model of Metal Earth. I don't know what Metal Earth is. I think that must be... It looks like a little alien thing, so maybe that's an evil guy, the new evil guy. a uniquely designed Spartan-themed steel book, a blue team firearm Orphabus. I don't even know what the fuck that is. Xbox Live 14 3-day trial. I like that. I love how they put that in there. You get a 14 3-day trial. Yeah, you better give me some Xbox Live after paying $250. Then you get the Warzone REC bundle 14 premium relinquish pack. So apparently you get some packs that come out with it too, like map packs.
Yeah, like I said like earlier, it's kind of got like that Titanfall where you have like the little cards, or you can like give yourself bonuses, and I guess after you play a match you earn points and you can buy packs. Some of the packs will give you like items that'll be actually like permanent, but most of them will get used up after a game.
Yeah, that's definitely what Titanfall did. That. What were those called? What were those cards called on Titanfall?
I can't recall.
Burner cards? Burn cards?
I think so.
Burn cards, yeah. Again, Halo's been modernized, man. You can look down sights. You can run like pretty much infinite almost now. You can do a lot of things. It's a modern shooter now.
Yeah, after you sprint for so long, you do like a shoulder charge when you do melee now.
Yep. They modernized Halo, man. I don't blame them. You know, they've got to make a shooter modern. Might as well utilize the new mechanics that came out.
I know, but that's what I'm saying. It's like this looks like Halo, but it doesn't feel like Halo.
Yeah. I have some people say, though, that it still is a relatively, even though with all the improvements, they still feel it's a slow shooter, so that's a good sign, because I always thought Halo should be a slow shooter. So knowing that it's kind of still slow, even though they sped it up so much, it's good to know. Do you feel that's true from what I heard?
Yeah. I mean,
not as fast as Call of Duty still, but they picked up the pace. Like, you're not shooting from the hip anymore, so.
Which, well, I mean, you still can, because a lot of times.
Come on,
No, when you aim down the sights, if you get hit, it pretty much knocks you out, and you can't aim down your sights for a while.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
so you're still firing from the hip a good amount of time, and your accuracy with the guns are still so good when you hip fire. So there's like no point in aiming down the sights almost.
All right, so they didn't commit all into it then.
But the only time you really want to aim down the sights is when you're using a sniper or like the battle rifle.
At least it's not like Call of Duty. Remember playing co-op? That was the best times we ever had.
Yeah, because as soon as you hear me hold my breath...
Like, oh, who's on the breath? Someone's sniping! Someone's sniping! Someone's breath!
You prone, go prone, don't move.
No, you want to move. You just don't want to move out in the open. You gotta run from that sniper. Yep, so I guess that'll finish up our show. I want to thank Crazy Peepers for joining us, as always. It was a good one. I don't know, you thinking about picking up Life is Strange? I think you should try it, Pat.
I don't know. I liked a lot of Telltale games. Like I loved the Wolf Among Us.
Yeah, they take the dialogue tree stuff from those games, but it is I definitely would describe it as an adventure game at the end of the day.
This also kind of reminds me of Heavy Rain.
Yeah, again, it's got the dialogue options and the consequences for your choices, like those games. Yeah, but if you like adventure games and you like a little bit of teenage drama type of stuff, then check it out for sure. So that'll be our show. I want to remind everyone to check out all of our social networking stuff. RFP TV on Twitter, Remove from Play under Facebook, search under shows, add us to your circles and Google+. Join the forums and continue the conversation beyond the show. Because we all like video games. Let's talk about it some more. This has been episode 152. It is October 27th, 2015. We'll catch you guys all next week. Peace out.
Bye.